How do you voice over a kiss?
Classic back the hand.
We've all been there.
You know, it did feel like this moment that like no one was supposed to be witnessing. I was like, this is...
But like, I'll never have to talk about this in press.
right.
Yeah.
And here we are.
The producers have given us a list of questions on these cards, and we're gonna do our best to answer them. Is everyone ready?
Let's do it.
It's common that when you're working on an animated project, you don't get to see the results of your hard work for months or even years. Where were you when you watched season 1 of Arcane?
I remember I watched the trailer over and over and over again at my friend's house who has a really big screen. It deserves to be seen in a theater-like experience. It's so epic and it's so big.
The first episode I watched at the premiere.
I don't think I've ever been to a premiere like that.
No.
Especially during COVID, it was like no one knew until like 5 minutes before if they could go.
We will show them all.
We pick up season 2 seconds after Jinx's rocket launcher demolishes the Piltover Council and kills Caitlyn's mother. Vi must come to terms with the fact that there is no more powder, only Jinx is left.
Yep, that's me.
How does Vi deal with the realization that she created this monster?
Yeah, how?
We go on a journey with her as an audience trying to understand how she's dealing with that realization.
If I go after your sister alone, one of us comes back in a box.
If you see an opening, take the shot.
How far would you go for your siblings? I think the answer is really, really far.
Right, and that's I feel like also too a question that she's asking herself this entire season.
Where do you draw the line?
She's willing to go as far as she can to save her people. And any moment, right, that we're questioning how far is she actually willing to go, even the tiniest glimpse of powder can come through in Jinx, and that's what stops her, if anything. The family dynamics in all of this, just the complexity of it, encouraging her younger sister to keep up with herself.
Nobody said that.
No, just that you were twice the person at half my age.
It makes it worse because she was the one who said there is hope.
You're stronger than you think.
You can kind of prove your worth, and then people die as a consequence
Right.
of like her always telling everybody, no, she can be saved, right? And so I think there is a level of guilt. Vi is so lost because it's like she just tried to do the right thing and protect her sister, but in the end, it also just created this tragedy.
Powder's gone, Vi. All that's left is Jinx, and she belongs to
You're
Silco.
wrong. She's still in there.
Is Jinx really a monster, or just more lost than she's ever been?
There's a monster in all of us, guys. God, she has so much to reckon with. She's made so many mistakes, and there's so much insecurity, and there's so much guilt that just threatens to topple her. And, you know, she was also raised by Silco.
Everyone betrays us, Jinx. They can all burn.
She killed both her dads. I think she's just really, really struggling and really lost. The self-hatred that she has and the guilt, that can be very destabilizing. I think it's very hard to know who you really are when you're just listening to voices.
Why did you leave me? Because you're a Jinx. Do you hear me?
I don't think she's a monster. I feel sorry for her. Christian.
That face says it all.
He's like, no.
I will lead a strike team into Zorn with 3 objectives. Locate Jinx, dismantle Shimmer,
Genius!
and neutralize any agents still loyal to Silco.
You come up with that? Wow.
Yeah.
Haley, where is Vi's loyalty? To Caitlyn, Jinx, or Zorn? I know, hard-hitting questions.
So much has happened in her life.
Leave her out of this. She's not your enemy. She's my sister. And we stick together. I should have been there. For you. For everyone.
We left off with her having not recovered. The conflict between the cities is at an all-time high. And now, yeah, I mean, Vi's on another side, and it's like she's standing with someone that she loves, ultimately fighting for what she loves.
But I also don't think they're mutually exclusive, right? Like, you can want to protect 2 opposing sides or 3 different people at the same time.
It's like love versus family, old family versus new family, where you come from versus the place that you've chosen to be part of now.
Your loyalty towards anything to be in question is a wild thought. I think especially for someone like Vi, who is so rooted in her loyalty and love for people and what she wants and fighting for what she wants and stopping at nothing to get what she wants, right?
The fact that there is really no good answer to this question is the point.
Everyone in my life has changed. Promise me you won't change.
I won't.
Aww.
sweet.
The romantic tension between Vi and Caitlyn has been building since season 1, and fans have been waiting for them to solidify their feelings. What were you thinking when you read the kiss in the script?
That the fans had been waiting for this, and they were finally gonna get that moment.
Do yourself a favor, Cupcake. Forget me.
And that more importantly, Vi and Caitlyn, we're gonna get this moment. We know that they see each other and they understand each other and they want that intimacy, but it's obviously very difficult for them to have given the circumstances that they're in. Dialogue before that, it like says it all.
Everyone in my life has changed. Promise me you won't change.
Vi's in a place where she's lost everything. She's lost anything and everything she's ever felt seen by or close to. The only way she has any of it left is through Caitlyn, and she's now asking a lot of her, asking her not to ever change given what she's now going through.
So many people around her have changed. She's also seen Caitlyn like suddenly become like this really dogged leader. So I think Vi's just really scared to commit, because she's lost people so often. Is Caitlyn gonna be another one of those? Is a question for her. And so it's one of the few like really fragile moments for Vi, because she's always such a powerhouse, but here she's just so like, my God, am I gonna lose you too?
What a moment to start and end with that. I do think it unlocks this sort of newfound vulnerability.
Yeah, I think the lines were really clear for her before, who the enemy is, who the friend is. Now it's become really difficult. She's wearing the uniform of like, used to be the enemy. So I think like just there's a lot in that moment and in that kiss.
There's such a payoff, and we earned that moment. It's not just like another kiss. I don't know, it's a really beautiful scene. It means a lot, yeah.
I feel like you and I got off on the wrong arm.
Jinx doesn't like Savika, but she does respect her. Why is that?
I think there's a lot to respect. Savika's a badass. They're also a weird, twisted family. Jinx is the daughter and Savika's the weird wife, aunt. They are a weird unit, and there's obviously a lot of jealousy and competition, but I do think that they have more in common than they have differences.
About now, he'd have me all over the lanes, running his collections,
Building his weapons,
making his deals.
exploding his enemies.
That's actually a really exciting relationship to come out of the second season.
Yeah, they really learned that like their belief in Silco's vision
Yes.
for Zaun is something that like when it's gone, I think there is like this strange like, okay, we used to be enemies, but we both really wanted this Undercity to do well and Silco was the person that represented it. So I think there is like this vacuum now, and they're both kind of the heiresses of what Silco has built.
The Hex Core.
Victor, it saved you.
There are still so many questions, but I was supposed to die. You promised to destroy the Hex Core.
No. Don't you see? Heimerdinger was wrong. Where are you going?
Goodbye, Jace.
Jace is willing to risk everything to save Victor's life, but the anomaly has changed something deep within him. Is this the end of the greatest brotherhood in Piltover?
We always talked about how Jace and Victor share this dream, but they come from very different angles. I think Jace always was a bit more blue-eyed about it and very just utopian.
I will do my best to make Piltover proud, Professor. It's finally possible.
Victor comes from a place where he has a broken body. He wants to just really improve very real things. He comes from the Undercity.
I can't figure out why it's not working.
This technology that they've both invented is at the center of a conflict. They're starting to have different opinions about like what is right to do here. Two people that start the story together, trusting each other, and then like this conflict of these two cities forces both to choose. Here's someone that you really care about. Are you gonna be able to really like pull the trigger in the end?
You must declare martial law. Appoint a general to lead until this threat is vanquished. A pillar of your community, whose house has always stood for progress.
We've all been suspicious of Ambessa ever since her sudden arrival in Piltover last season, but what a reveal to find out that she was the one responsible for the terrorist attack at the memorial. What should we fear most from Ambessa, her power or her manipulation?
Piltover is a place of intelligent, educated, smart people, but then someone comes along who just has a very different, very pragmatic idea of how warfare and politics work, and just no one's ready. So I think it is really the combination. Any war that happens here is a victory for her, no matter what. If you could play any other character in this series, who would it be and why?
Heimerdinger.
Wow.
I have seen something of this nature before.
I like that.
Why not?
Do we want to ask why? I don't know.
No, you don't.
I feel like that'd be a fun one. I really love Mel. Yeah. She has such a subtlety to her that is so intriguing.
She's really the polar opposite of Vi in a way, because Vi fights her battles with her fists and Mel just fights her battles with her words and in such an elegant but brutal fashion as well.
Totally. Cheers.
Glorious.
Cheers, guys.
There you go.
Thank you, Reed.
I mean, man, what a way to start season 2, right? Are Vi and Caitlin really gonna split? For real?
Your mother will have justice.
What's Aunt Bessa planning? Who or what was that thing hanging in the back of the doctor's lab? It's creepy. You know the real question? I mean, what in the world happened to Jace, Heimerdinger, and me, Echo?
I have no idea what that is.
I mean, who's gonna clean all of Jinx's paint off the council building? Because it's not gonna be me. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us, grabbing a drink with us at the last drop. And please, please stay tuned next week on Arcane Season 2.
We've lost so many. The anger, the sorrow. You will never rest knowing that she's out there. Commander.
Silco spent his whole life trying to rally the Undercity together. Like it or not, your symbol. You have the chance to pull it off.
Here I am, your big fat hero.